Good morning, family. I know it's super early. It's like 5 a.m. where you guys are, and where I am, it is 12:03. Okay, so I wanted to do this early, and I know it's before you guys because I want to get out and about and just enjoy my day a little bit, sightseeing. Um, Man, it's an experience. It is truly, truly, truly a great experience. Okay. I want you guys to know that I have had I'm sorry, I'm trying to get situated here with my little laptop. On here, trying to get y'all situated. Yeah. So, wanted you guys you guys know who I am, right? Okay. And y'all know that I am having the time of my life. I know that it's not going to be anybody on here with me this morning, but that's okay. You guys come in and like and share. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna start saying that now. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Go right now and hit that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 500. Okay, I just want to see if I can do it. Okay, everybody else can. Why can't I? Okay, so I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's having a great day. Okay, gonna be doing some drinking and eating while I'm talking. Breakfast, but got my little turkey and cheese today. I love turkey. Okay. But mm, come to shoot the breeze with you guys today. What's going on with this Irvin? What's going on with this little tweet that we can't tweet, we can't speak, we can't talk, we can't do, we can't tell our Black truth, right? Everybody else can talk about Black people and nothing happens, right? They can give us this disgusting music. They can give us their disgusting movies that show nothing but drug dealers, drug addicts, hoes, and pimps, right? But it's okay. We can talk about the niggas all we want, but we can't talk about the ooh-ish people. Ooh-ish. That's not even in the Bible. Show me where the word you-ish is in the Bible. That's not a word. So my thing is, you can say whatever you want to about us. You can portray us on the news as being criminals. You can portray us as being our Black men as being lazy, men that don't take care of their babies. You can portray the women as being hoes, and you can portray us as being worthless and abusing our babies and abortion ridden and sexual ridden, just everything negative about Black people. You portrayed us. Across the world, they think Black Americans are trash. Across the world, they look at, they see it, they've depicted it, they've showed us as the worst negative people possible, right? But you say, you tweet something about them. Tweet something about the people. Like Kanye West said, these people are in charge of the media. They're in charge of the entertainment world, right? So they've portrayed us as useless. They've portrayed us all kind of bywords, whatever bywords you can think of. They've portrayed us as that, right? Nobody says a word. Quiet as a mouse. But as soon as you tweet, you didn't even speak. Kyrie Irving didn't even open his mouth. He tweeted. He wrote. Nothing about them. It was all about the documentary of Hebrews to Negroes. If you have not seen that amazing movie, you need to see it. You need to take some time and pull it up on Vimeo. I think it's still there. Ron Dalton, man, kudos to you, my brother. This movie got out without you even doing nothing. This movie went nationwide without you doing nothing. I'm in Africa and I'm looking at it, right? What the enemy means for bad, God will turn that thing around for some good, right? He's been trying to get this movie out for 2 years, I know, at least 2 or 3 years, right? No traction. But when it's time, because we're waking up nationwide, because God is getting ready, he's looking at them like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all one more chance to get it together. And if y'all don't, I'm coming in, and I'm coming in with vengeance. And people keep saying, oh, God is love. Yeah, he's love, but he's about justice also. And if you don't treat his chosen right, and I don't care what you say, until you prove to me you do a DNA on them, then do one on me. And let's see who is anti and who's Semitic. I'm just saying, you can't be anti anything if that's who you are. If we Semitic people, we can't be anti nothing. And that's what Kyrie Everett was saying. He said, I know my history. I know who I am. I can't be Semitic, anti-Semitic. I can't be anti nothing. Go and do a DNA test on them. Ask them where the other 12 tribes are, because there are 12 tribes. They don't even know. They'll tell you, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? You don't know where your brothers are? Do you know who they are? Okay, where are they? They don't know. They've passed down false information from generation to generation. Just because you changed the name of something, okay, for instance, Trick or Trunk, it's still Halloween, right? Just because you changed the name to Trick or Trunk, the basis and the foundation is that it's evil. I don't care if you hold it in the basement of a church. It's still trick or treat. It's still Halloween, right? So they feel like, oh, we can change. We can tell them. We can talk to them. We can tell them anything we want, because you can make a lie true. You can make a lie that you've made up from generation to generation, and they pass that lie down from generation to generation. Those kids, those babies actually believe that they are the chosen. They actually believe it, because it was told, they were taught that from grandma, great grandma, great. It was passed down from generation. And that's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to pass down our history from generation to generation. But going through slavery, going through all this brainwashing, now we allow them to educate our children. Now we allow them to tell our history. Now we allow them, stop allowing enemies to educate your children, for one. Now you got our babies in dresses, our boys in dresses. Now you say, oh, you can be whatever you want. You can be a boy today, a cat tomorrow, and a dolphin tomorrow, the next day. You can be a bird if you want to be. This is America's disgusting history. Look up the history. The Romans slept with their own men. When they were out fighting battles, they slept with each other. And then when they went home to make babies, they slept with their wives. Then they came back out and slept with each other. The priests, they sleep with their kids. They sleep with babies. That's a known part of their religion. Read, look it up, do something. Stop believing the hype. Stop believing everything that you've been told. Do your own research. I tell people, I came to Kenya, right? I had to see for myself. Nobody wanted me to come. I had to see it for myself. And this is just the first time. But I had 5 more stops to go. I'm just saying. Everybody said, man, what are you doing? I'm learning my history. I'm getting educated. We can help them. Because believe it or not, oh, this is my driver, y'all. Hold on. I got to tell my driver. Hold on, y'all. Good morning.
Hey.
Yes. What's up?
You're good.
I am good. What's going on? Good. Yes, I am enjoying my day. But I won't be done until maybe about an hour. Well, yeah, about an hour. Yeah, I'm doing my work, but I'm on a live. I'm doing a live right now. So let me call you back when I'm done. Okay, bye. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take that because I didn't want him to think I didn't want to do anything today. Okay, but let's get back to the point. I forgot the point. God, I hate when being interrupted, man. But let's just okay. But you guys understand the connotation. You guys understand where I'm going, right? It's time for us to wake up, whether we want to or not. It's time. And a lot of us won't believe the documentary. And a lot of us have. And a lot of us have done our own research. I read the book, saw the movie, and I've done my own research. He gives you everything to research. Research it. Stop saying what's not true until you research it. Because you've been believing something about a country for so long because they lied to you and told you that is this way and that way. But it's not. I've talked to him. My driver. We bounce off of each other. And we need each other, you guys. Don't tell me that you're black and you're not from Africa. If your grandma was stolen from Africa, generations, 3 or 4 generations ago, do you not still have relatives there? Do we not still have cousins there? And just because you're in America does not mean that you're not African. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, we're Hebrews. We know that. We're Israelite, we Hebrews. Yes, we know that. But it's still Africa. Just because man have divided it and called it Jerusalem, they've called it Africa, Pakistan. They've called it Pakistan, Afghanistan. They've called it Palestinian. They've called it all these different lands, but it's all Africa. History lesson, ding, 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 ding. History. It's all Africa. They just didn't want to say we're from Africa. You understand? Okay. But you have to understand that in 70 AD, when it all started, everybody was black. Oh, everybody was black. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give you a small history lesson. Oh, it goes. It's really deep. It's really deep. But people say, oh, Africans sold their brothers and sisters. Africans sold Hebrew Israelites. Go figure that history out. I'll let you do that. I'll let you do your homework on that. Okay. But the point of the matter is we need each other. They can teach us about family, which they're doing it. And we can teach them how dangerous the Zungas are. They don't understand how dangerous they are because they didn't know anything about slavery. They didn't teach them. Believe it or not, they didn't even talk about slavery with them. So they don't even understand. They have no idea what we went through there in America. They thought it was all, oh, gravy. You guys had a great time. You guys, no, I said, honey, we struggled there just like you struggling here. A lot of us want to come here. I said, but without the reparations, we'll never make it because we can't afford it. But I guarantee you, if we had reparations, more of us would be here. I, for one, I'm just saying, I want what's mine. And it is, I don't care if it's a handout or what you call it. The Jews take a handout every year for something that didn't even happen in America, right? Holocaust didn't happen in America. But they pay them money every year. And nobody says it's a handout. For Black people who need it the most, well, so I don't want a handout. You don't own nothing. You don't have nothing. You don't have a pot or a window, but you're going to tell somebody you don't want a handout. I want it all. I got a pot and a window, but I still want what you didn't give to my ancestors. What you took from them, I want it. I'm tired of hearing Black people say what we don't want. You speak for yourself. If you don't want yours, you sign it over to raminthebush.com. It's on the Cash App, $, CASSIDRA, Cheek, CHEEK. I'm just saying, stop telling me what you don't want. I don't care what you don't want. I want mine. So if you don't want yours, there's the information. Ram in the Bush will take it. Foundation will take it. Hey, go check it out. I've put products on Ram in the Bush. I've put products there. We drop shipping some things. So we're gonna have exercise bikes. We're working it out. You should have at least several streams of income. I was looking at an apartment yesterday, and I'm gonna get me an Airbnb. Why not? So if you guys ever want to come to Africa, to Kenya, I got you. I'm just saying. Stop sitting up here being afraid to travel. Stop being afraid. I came by myself. I don't care. I'm just saying. Africa Strikes Back helped me. He's got an Airbnb. I'm just saying. We have got to stop it, being afraid to travel. I want to show you guys something. I'm hoping that you guys will, I'm going to look at my phone to make sure that you guys will be able to see it. Maybe if you don't believe me, you'll believe this young woman. Maybe. I'm hoping. Maybe not. But if it didn't come from my mouth, it came from somebody else's mouth that don't look like me, maybe you'll believe her. You know what I'm saying, family? You feel me, family? From somebody else's mouth. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't want to hear that. Okay. I'm going to show you something. Y'all bear with me now, because y'all know how I am about sharing. Y'all help me. Y'all leave me alone. I don't care anything about y'all. Oh, Lordy, let's see. Okay, we'll share our screen. You know, I always have to do this, right? Share my screen. Oh, I thought I was sharing it. I guess I'm not. Am I sharing it? No. Hold on. Share my screen. I want to share. Okay, there it is. I'm like, I want to share my screen again. Okay, here it is. I want you guys to see this one. Okay. And I'm like, hey, maybe if y'all won't believe me, maybe you'll believe Gertrude over here. I'm just saying. Come on, Gertrude. Come on, help us out, Gertrude. Help us out, Gertrude. Look, I'm trying to see if you'll be able to see it. I want to be able to. Okay, hold on. I don't think you guys are hearing it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Hold on, you guys. I'm doing something wrong. I know. Hold on. I want to make sure that you guys can see it and hear it. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm doing something wrong. I know. Hold on. I want to make sure. Okay, let me go back in here and share. I know y'all looking at me. Y'all ain't got to look at me. Let's share again. I don't know what happened, but let me know in the chat. Can you guys hear? And did you guys see what I just had seen up there, put up there? Because I know it's a couple of you guys here, which is early. So y'all must be down here with me or something. I don't know why y'all up so early. Well, no, let me see. Did you guys hear what she was saying? Yes or no? Yes or no? One for yes, two for no. Come on, y'all. Let's make it happen. I want y'all to see this because I think this is important. Important. I'm trying to. Oh, Lord Jesus, this is Lord. I don't know how in the world. You know what? Hold on. Let me just show it a different way because this is just blowing my mind here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't get it to play the way I want it to play. Hold on. This is crazy. I'm gonna try to play it. Oh, okay. You know what? It is the volume was down. Hold on. We ain't trying to say this country. Trust your truth. Okay. Y'all not hearing this. Okay. That's cool. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna do it a different way. And I'm hoping, you know, hold on. I'm gonna see if we can do it a different way. Hold on. Hold on, people. Hold on, family. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up another way because I really want y'all to see this. And I know I'm dwelling on this because it's important. And I think it should be important to you. So let's see. Y'all bear with me. Y'all act like y'all can't write in the chat if you can hear that or not. I don't understand y'all. I don't. Never mind. Whatever. Maybe this will help. Okay, I'm trying to see. What are you trying to say, your country? Okay, you guys, see what I'm saying? Okay.
All right, family. You heard it, right? What we gonna do about it?
Okay, that's one. I hope you guys heard that. If not, just bypass that part. But I thought it was important, something important you guys needed to understand and needed to hear. And it was just a Muslim was talking about that we were waking up, and we control all of this. We are in charge of all of this, and it's all about us. And y'all don't even understand how important it is. It's all about us. It's all about us. And we don't even know that. We think it's about everybody else, but it's not. It's about us. So, with that being said, it's time for us to wake up. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of sleeping. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of struggling. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like it. I don't like struggle. Struggle is not my forte. Okay, I don't know about yours. Like and share, you guys, as you come in. Like and share. Hit the subscribe button. Like and share and subscribe. I'm having my breakfast, so if y'all see me munching on something, just go get yours and let's munch together. Bon appetit. I'm just saying. Okay. Come on. It's time for us to wake up. You got now where your boy Urban can't even tweet a tweet without getting in trouble. What do you mean? Who gets in trouble for a tweet? Did he say anything? He just posted the book, and they didn't want that book out because they don't want y'all to find out truth. Do you see how hard they're fighting about this truth? Why would you fight so hard if it wasn't true? Why would you fight so hard if it wasn't true? Prove that he's wrong. How about that? Instead of you trying to say, that's not true. Prove it. Do your DNA. They'll never do that because they're not Semitic. They'll never do it. They came from Poland. Ain't nothing Semitic about them, people. Look up your histories of what is it called? Khazarian. Look up the word Khazarian. That's who they are. I'm going to spell it so you can read it. Khazarians. I'm going to put it in the chat. I want you to. Khazarians. Okay. Khazars. Okay. Khazars. Kazars. Khazars. That's who they are. Khazars. Khazarians. I want you guys to look up who they are, where they came from. Germans, Poland. Look it up. So how are they Semitic? Semitic. How? Tell me. Because they've been lying for 500 years? Since 1948, when they stole that land, went over there and took Israel. Great Britain gave it to them. because they helped Great Britain out to win the war, and they gave them that land. And now they say, oh, they believe in the Talmud. There's nothing Semitic about them. They don't even believe in Jesus. They don't even believe in Yeshua. They believe in the Talmud. If anybody's ever read the Talmud, you'll know that it believes in you marrying babies, 9-year-old, 6-year-old, sodomizing little boys as long as it's not forced. Read it. They said Jesus was born, he's in hell, boiling in excrements. They say Mary, what? Yeah, look, everybody got to sit up here and have time to sit up there and convince you guys. You don't believe it, do your research so you can believe yourself. Because I don't care if you believe me or not. I don't care. I believe me, and I got my truth. Now you have to get yours. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but I know we're not going to get everybody. We ain't even trying to get everybody because some folks won't come nowhere, especially them coons. Y'all can say right on with them and enjoy your death because they're going to die and you will too with them. I'm just saying. Oh, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Woo. But I want you guys to do your work. Khazars. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Big deal. Y'all know what I mean. Khazars. It's Khazars. That's how they spell it. It says they converted to Judaism. Okay. Then they together ended up at the outer slopes of Carpathia and settled there, where the majority of the Khazars converted to Judaism, to Christianity in the 10th and the 13th century. Okay, let's read. What language do they speak? They don't speak no Hebrew. There was a Turkish dialect group spoken by the Khazars, a group of semi-Normandic Turkish people originated from Central Asia. So y'all need to do your research. Let's see, what is the capital of Khazar? Atil. Atil was located along the Volga Delta at the northwestern corner of the Caspian Sea, following the defeat of the Khazars in the Second Arab-Khazar War. Alta became the capital of Khazaria. The city is referred to as Kalmoja in 19th century Arab sources, and the name Atil appears in the 10th century. I'm just saying, we got to do research, honey. Stop believing everything y'all hear these white folks tell y'all. Don't we know by now who they are? Don't you know that God called them Satan's his seed? Satan's seed. God called them that in the Bible. And everybody think the Bible was written by a white folk for a white man as a white man's religion. Oh, shut up. Sit down somewhere. I'm sick of y'all not doing y'all research. You regurgitating everything you hear from other folk. Just like we got Biden in office right now because everybody regurgitated what the media told them. You know, Biden, Trump is racist. Well, dang, go. Did you do your history? I seen a thing on crack on Netflix. Watch that. They tell you how Nixon, Reagan, Bush, Biden, Clinton, all these people you love, how they destroyed your families, your black families, your black communities. I mean, come on. They dumped drugs in your neighborhood. And they knew it and did nothing about it. They went after the people that bought the drugs, but they didn't go after the CIA who bought the drugs into the country. They didn't go after Nixon and Reagan who dropped the drugs in your country because they wanted to fund the Contra war. Okay? They wanted to fund that war. And they dropped drugs in your neighborhood, and the proceeds from you going to jail, the proceeds that they collected, the proceeds that they got from raids, the proceeds off you going to jail, they funded that war because Congress and Senate wouldn't give them any more money. I'm just saying, y'all do your research. Do your research, baby. Stop believing everything you hear, okay? Okay, I'm just saying. I am just so excited about what's happening right now. I'm so excited about what we're seeing. I'm so excited about this mass exodus. I'm so excited about Africa. I think some things that need to change, but we'll talk about that later. I believe that some things need to change and be different. But that's neither here nor there right now. Okay. Because everybody, if there's no perfect country, and if that's what you're looking for, then you'll never find it. All right. Hmm. I hope y'all got your sandwich. Come on, sit down. Let's have a break. Let's sit down and have a meal. Let's break bread. Let's break some bread together. Let's learn some history. Curry Oven, thank you. Ron Dalton, thank you. It's so amazing how God works some things out. Ron has been trying to get this book out since forever, right? Nobody would put it on there. Nobody would advertise it, right? He went everywhere. 11-4. No, 11-3. It went nationwide. Everybody talking about this book. Everybody talking about it now. You see how God will work things out for you. You don't even have to worry. Sometimes things will look like, oh my God, it's so bad. Is it really? I'm going to show you a saying that I say all the time. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a believer right now. He has got me convinced that no matter what, when it's time, it's time. Do you hear me? When it is time for truth to come out, it will. You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you think. And Ron Dalton probably was thinking that, everybody, he was hitting all kind of walls, right? But guess what happened? Guess what happened? When it was time to come out, everybody talking about it now, right? Ron Dalton ain't got to do nothing but go ahead and collect his ducks. Collect your money, Ron. Go get your money, honey. Go get your money. Go get your money. Y'all worked it out for him. He worked that thing out. We ain't done. Oh, we're going to talk about some things, but I want to show you one more thing. If I can get to the chat, I want to show you something. And sometimes because we don't understand what's what, sometimes we are thinking that, I don't see it. And I thought I had it. Thought I sent it to somebody. Oh, man, I guess I didn't. I thought I did. I have a net in here. I don't know why nets love to come around me when I'm talking. Well, it's a net in here, and I'm going to have to kill him in a minute. So if y'all see me swinging, it's a net right now. I want him to touch my sandwich. I don't want him near me. Okay. But I was going to show you guys something, but I don't see it. I'm sorry. It was really great saying. And, hey, get out of here now. Go on somewhere. Okay. I'm talking to my little net friend because he's trying to get on my sandwich. Can't do that nasty thing. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. I love that saying, and I cannot believe I don't see it. Oh my God. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. Okay, don't worry about it, you guys. It'll come up later. But let me stay on focus. I want to stay on focus. But you guys know, America is a very, very dangerous, abusive country. And we've been in an abusive relationship with them for a long time. Okay. And it's time to be free. It's time to think free. It's time to be free. It's time to at least go visit. If you don't want to be free, then I understand. But if you're afraid to visit, I came by myself. I'm just saying I wasn't afraid. I had friends that had been here, so they had connections. So I connected with their connections, and I've been fine. Not had any problems. Have not been disappointed. I've been fine. And I am going to go out a little later today, and we're gonna see and talk to some people. I did interview, and you can look on my page, Consider Cheek, and see the interview that I did with my driver. He was honest, Christian young man, but I've opened his eyes up, and that's the greatest part about it. If we can get one a day, okay? If we can get just one a day, okay? But I want to talk to you about something that I saw. You know what? They really are fighting to stay alive, aren't they? They that young man, they forced him, they twisted his arm to apologize because he wasn't thinking about apologizing. And what they do, they threaten you with their money. This is why when you are making it like that big, you create like 5 other streams of income. One dude I see that they said he had like a mall. Another one just bought an airport. Another one got the same guy had like 5 different things that he bought. I just seen it, right? And I'm like, that was a great idea. So if they want to get bad, jump bad, you can say F you. Woo, got my net, you guys. Did you guys see him? I'm sorry. It was a net. I'm sorry. I'm real, y'all. I don't know how else to be. But he had collected 5 streams of income, right? So now he can get to the place where you can be like, I don't care. You can't touch me. I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to keep it moving. And whoever wants to pull away, you pull away. But as long as we support our people, because they going to stick together regardless. You saw how they may fight against each other. But when it came to them supporting us, and when it came to them backing us and backing, coming against Kanye West, they came against him, didn't they? They stuck together, didn't they? Even if they fight together, they're gonna come together against you. Why don't we learn how to do that? Why don't we learn how to do that? My lips were dry. Sorry, y'all. Why don't we learn to do that? Can we please learn how to just get along? Can we please learn how to can we please learn how to support each other? What are we gonna do? Are we going to allow Nike and Adidas to do this to our brothers? Boycott Nike and boycott Adidas. I'm just saying. We need to deal with them. We really do. We need to deal with them quickly. Like right now. Boycott the NBA. Boycott Nike and boycott Adidas. And I mean, don't spend your money with them. We have black men. And there is black guys that are selling like gym shoes. Okay, if you want gym shoes, you buy them from your own. Right? Buy them from your own. Why do you always have to buy stuff from them? You don't have to buy nothing from them. We don't need them. We have our own ideas. And that they took away from you. That was something that slavery did from you, took from you. They took your ability to think for yourself. They took away your ability and they told you how special they were. And it was so subliminally that we didn't even recognize what they were doing. But that's what they were doing. But we didn't see it. We didn't catch it. And guess what they're doing to our children now? They're still doing it. Why do you think our men could sit up here and wear dresses? I seen one dude the other day, and this was so disgusting. I seen the comments. I'm calling the cops. And I just begin to educate people that come to that page and help them to understand that literally this young man has he played into the hands of them. He drank their Kool-Aid. He was sitting on camera breastfeeding, or I don't know what the hell he was called, because he was a man with a beard, or I guess grew some titties. I'm sorry. I should be, hold on, you guys. Let them start over. I'm so real. I just be talking. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to be professional. So he grew some breasts. He was trying to breastfeed his baby. I told y'all I'm having breakfast while I'm talking to you guys. Y'all, my company, because I don't know anybody out here. I have a driver, and I've just met a couple people, but you guys are my company, okay? So this man was sitting there literally trying to breastfeed a baby. And I thought it was so disgusting. So, of course, I had something to say. I don't care. I don't buy that crap. And I hope and most black people on that page was not buying it. I don't care what nobody say. Black people, we do not stand for LGBT. We do not stand for lesbianism. We do not stand for gayism or whatever you want to call it. We do not stand for that homosexuality stuff. That's not who we are. That's who they are. We are the salt of the earth. We don't believe in that. We're not going to stand for that. We're not going to accept that. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you try to put a twist on it. Y'all nasty. And that dude to me is a pedophile. He got a little baby sucking his pretend breast, his man chickies, or whatever he grew out of his little chest. He got a beard. Now, he got a beard, right? He had his little shirt up. And, I guess he was in the process of growing some chookies. So he had the little baby sucking on him and thought that was cute. You're going to burn in hell, honey. I'm telling you now. It's your nasty self. You have swallowed their Kool-Aid, and they probably paid him some money to do that. So he took the money, had the baby dysfunctional, sucking on his breast. Baby didn't know, poor baby. She gonna grow up to say that was me. I hope they don't recognize her, and I wouldn't tell nobody it was me. When I grow up, I wouldn't even tell nobody. That was me because I didn't know. I wouldn't even never tell nobody. But my thing is, he was so proud to be able to show us that he was dysfunctional. He was so proud to show us that he was mentally ill. And I don't care what you think and what you say about me because I'm going to speak my mind. You can't tell me what to say, what not to say. I'm grown. I'm just saying. Sick of y'all sitting up here acting like cowards and just accepting dysfunctional stuff because white folk do it. That's what they do. They're pedophiles. They're bestiality. That's what they do. They sleep with their children. They sleep with their nannies. They sleep with their maids. They sleep with little boys. And you sit up there letting them devils lead you. You are the salt of the earth, black folk. You remember James Brown said, I'm black and I'm proud. Where do we lose that at? You get your blackness back. You get back in your leadership positions. Men, you get back on your throne. And women, you follow through. You follow the line of where it needs to be. Because once your man get back in charge, then guess what? Everybody else. Pro, what you doing up this early? It's early there. What you doing up this early? It's 5:44 where you are. But welcome. Subscribe and like and share. But until our men get back in place, everything else, okay, will lack. And that's the order. But I'm going to tell you what, people, our men are waking up. Black folk, period, are waking up nationwide. Kudos to Irvin. Kudos. Kyrie Irvin, he did it. He brought attention to a documentary that Ron Howard has been trying to get out for 2 or 3 years. Kudos to you. It cost him $500,000, cost him 5 games, but that movie is out. And I'm telling you what, you watch and see what happens from this day forth. If you black and you don't have that book, or if you black, you better go on Vimeo. It's $10 and go watch Hebrews to Negroes. Go watch that movie. I watched it, me and my husband. 3 hours. But you don't have to watch it all in one setting because you know black folk, y'all can only take so much. Watch an hour, get up, go back, watch another hour, get up, go watch the last hour. I'm just saying. You got a whole 24 hours to watch it. It's only 3 hours out of 24 hours. You can't take an hour here, take a break, go back an hour, take a break and go back an hour. Then you don't want to know. You stay lost. You stay lost and you're going 2/3 going to die. You go ahead on and perish with the rest of them. I'm telling you. Sometimes the enemy will try to put a block on it, but it was a block for a minute. But when it was time for it to come out, it'll come out, right? I don't care what people say. I don't care what it look like. I don't care. Because when God get ready for it to come out, when it's time, and it's all about timing, and this is the time, because as you know, you guys, if y'all don't see, time is of an essence. It's moving fast now. It's moving fast. That movie is going nationwide. That book is going nationwide. Y'all better understand it. Y'all better read it. The ones sitting up there telling me, we know. You believe in what them crackers told you and you regurgitating it. Stop, shut up until you learn something. Go learn something. Go read a book. They put it in the book for you not to read it. Go and read it. They kept it away from you. They put it in the book. Now go read it. I'm just saying. I'm sick of black folks talking about what we ate this and we ate that because white folk told you not. They can't tell you who they are. They lied. They've been lying for 70 since what 1948 when they moved to Israel. We the people. You ain't nothing. You don't even believe in Jesus. Shut up. You don't believe in Joshua. You don't even know who he is. You sit up there believing in Talmud. You sit up there trying to tell us what you believe in. Shut up. You don't believe nothing. Nobody following you. And you guys know what? Israel is the #1 capital of LGBT. So how they chosen anything? I'm just saying. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of all of them. I don't care. Get mad. Don't like it. Turn. Because I'm not for you then. You don't like what I'm saying? Then I'm not for you. And I don't care. Because he made us to, be for certain people. And maybe he just didn't put you on my team. And I am eating my little breakfast here because it's lunch. It's lunch here. But y'all come on and have a sandwich with me. I'm just saying. I'm doing a little snacking while I'm talking, right? Doing a little snacking. It's okay. Y'all eat and talk, don't you? Okay. Don't look at my mouth, but we're just shooting the breeze right now. But I want to show you something that I saw. And let me tell you something. We can't let them shut my brother down. What are we going to do about that? Let's come up with a plan. We're going to boycott Nike. We're going to boycott Adidas. We're going to boycott. Okay? If you got something to say, y'all want to come on, feel free to come on because I'm ready to hear it. But we have to come up with a plan because now is time. And don't tell me we're not going to get reparations. We're going to get something. They're going to be forced to give it to us. We win. We win, family. Don't let them tell you that we just slaves. We were never just nothing. We were kings and queens, honey. Yes, we were. We were queens and kings. So you can sit up there and act crazy if you want to. I want to show you something else. And this is how we know that America's done. I didn't even know about this. Who's ever heard of the Martinville 7? Martinville 7. Nobody? I'm sure to help you. This is really sad. I didn't want to, the sad note, which I'm not, but I'm going to share my screen again. Y'all know how I am. Now, sharing my screen. Oh, Jesus, help me, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Let's see Martinville. Okay, we're going to share that. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Did y'all know about this? Martinville 7. I'm going to just leave the picture up there for a minute. Make sure I'm up. Martinville 7. These 7 men, it's a disgrace what happened to them. It's a disgrace. It really is. I want you guys to, we're going to memorialize these boys. Okay? Now, you guys know that Virginia has a law, or had a law, and they still go by this law. A lot of laws that they have in the books, they try to act like that they don't support those laws, but they do. Okay. Virginia has a law that says that if as a slave, your master murdered you, disciplining you, which we all know it wasn't about disciplining. We grown folk. How you going to discipline somebody grown? How do you discipline a slave and beat them half to death? They was killing a lot of slave babies. Okay, these babies that their husbands was having sex with these black women, and they didn't like that. So they killed a lot of those babies, right? So they had to come up with a law protect those white folk. That's what they do, right? They do it all the time. It's all good. So the law says that if you murdered or killed a slave while you were disciplining them, that you would not be brought up on felony charges, murder charges, right? That law still, they got rid of it, they say, so close, because you already know that a lot of laws, black laws, Jim Crow laws that they say they got away with, they still go by. Okay, you still have an all-white jury for a black person that commits crime. Why? Where's the jury of my peers? I'm not white. Why do I see an all-white jury? Still, our rights are being stepped on again, and nobody says anything. But this, the Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals today agreed to review the case of 7 Martinville Negroes. And that's what we are, Negroes. We are Negroes. That's what y'all called us, Negroes. Sentenced to death for rape. Now, you know, they always got our men on rape charges with these nasty white women that would always say, oh, they raped me. Don't nobody want that nasty stuff. I'm just saying. Okay? You don't even clean it. You don't even wash it. So my thing is, who wants it? But, you know, they always just say, oh, my God, he touched me. He looked at me. And then you die, right? So this is what happened. The 7 are left. To the right, Booker. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get y'all. Booker from left to right. That's Booker, and then we got Milner, and then we got Frank. Then we got that's Frank Harrison Jr. Then we got Howard Lee. Okay. Then we got that's Howard Lee Harrison, Joe Henry Hampton, and John Claiborne Taylor, and Francis DeSales Grayson, and John Luther Harrison. Hey, they said more names in there. Hold on. Well, anyway, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I guess I did. Okay, so anyway. Y'all see that's them, and those are their names. Now, Governor, they just acquitted these young men yesterday, I think it was. But listen to this. Why don't you help me out? Governor Northam committed to address Virginia racial injustices and pardon these men and apologize for their families would be one step to right an ingredient wrong, says Randolph, whoever he is, who cares, former mayor of Richmond and a family member of 2 of the Martinville 7. Okay. Governor Neetham Grants did the pardon on August 31st, 21. Now they had the anniversary. Governors Free and members of the Martinville Seven watched the meeting where he granted the pardon and read the press coverage. Okay, Martinville Seven Project, the Martinville Seven Initiative, Seven Initiative Incorporated, the Seven Martinville Project, the Martinville Seven Project seeks to highlight the case of the Martinville Seven. The seven are Francis DeSales Grayson, Frank Harrison Jr., Harry Harrison, who look like they are two brothers, James Luther Harrison. Wow, three brothers. Jesus, really? Joe Henry Hampton. Wow. And Booker T. Miller, John Claiborne Taylor. The goal of the project are to humanize the Martin Seven by sharing their stories. Francis DeSales Grayson, Frank Harrison, Howard Harrison, James Luther Harrison, Joe Henry Hampton, Booker T. Milner, and John Claiborne Taylor. Seven as clearinghouse of information about the Martinville Seven. Their stories historically background case information, newspaper advocacy to save the Martinville Seven, highlights of the promote the Martinville Seven case, especially around the 70th anniversary of their execution in February 21st, and the call for pardons. They just pardoned these guys, okay? 70 years later, you died for absolutely nothing. That's what these white folk do. The project is supported by families of the Martinville. I wanted to introduce you to them, but I still want to talk to you about them. I just want to see, let's go into something else. I want you to understand what happened. Were a group of 7 African-American men from Martinville, Virginia, who were convicted and executed in 1951 for raping a white woman in 1949. At the time of their arrest, all but one were between the ages of 18 and 23. They were quickly tried in 6 separate trials. 2 agreed to be tried together, and each was convicted and sentenced to death. How do you get sentenced to death for rape? How do you get sentenced to death for rape? How do you get sentenced to death for rape? Okay. Remember the police officer that was raping black women? He was a police officer. Did he get the death penalty for raping like 12 black women? And more than that. Over so many years, he was raping black women. Did he get death for any of those rapes? No. Why? Because he was white, and I say so. And the reason he was raping black women, because he said, and he told them, nobody will believe you. Nobody will believe you. You go ahead and tell it. Nobody will believe it. So that's why he was getting away with it. Okay, let's continue. They were quickly tried. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me just read it. Quickly tried in 6 separate trials. 2 agreed to be tried together, and each was convicted and sentenced to death. It was the largest mass execution for rape that had been reported in the United States. On August 31st, 2021, the governor of Virginia pardoned the convictions of all 7 men 70 years after their deaths. The Civil Rights Congress defended the men originally and later conducted 2 marches. 2 marches. Okay. 2 marches. What they do? What do those marches do, family? Okay. 70 years later, those marches still didn't do anything. Later conducted 2 marches and other attempts to raise awareness and conduct a public campaign on behalf of their agenda. Okay. This was objected to by the NAACP, who feared further backlash because of the CRC's communist affiliation. What? Oh, Lord, help us, God. Hey, why do we have the NAACP? We need to just get rid of them. Let's just get rid of the NAACP. How about that? They didn't want to do anything because they feared backlash. What kind of backlash can you fear when they are doing wrong? I don't understand this. Hold on, people. Let me come over here because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna share again. I want to go back in here. I think I have to do something so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think. Let's just see. I don't know. Okay, can you guys see that? I'm gonna come over there because I'm just reading the story right now, but I wanted to understand. I want y'all to help me to let's talk about this. I'm serious. The NAAC is worth nothing. Okay, so I don't even know why we even have the NAACP because I don't see them doing anything. I don't see them promoting nothing. I don't see them doing anything so that can help us right now. So I hope and pray that you guys can see this. I'll see it in a minute on my thing. Okay, you can't see it. Yeah. Nope, maybe not. Hold on. Okay, you can't see it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so my thing is the NAACP who feared further backlash because of the CRC's communistic affiliation. Martin A. Martin and other NAACP attorneys defends the men on appeals attempting to ensure fair trials, set due process. Presidents, we still don't get fair trials. So what are you talking about? Oh man, and gain clemency or sentence reductions. Why do you have to get sentence reduction when you didn't rape nothing? You didn't do nothing. Why do you have to get gain clemency or sentence reduction? Okay, the case attracted national newspapers coverage. The NAAC appeals also noted that since Virginia started use of the electric chair, these boys got electrocuted for absolutely nothing. And now my prayer is that whoever had a hand in pulling those switches that electrocuted these babies for nothing, that their families for the third and fourth generation is still going through today. Okay, that's my prayer. I don't forgive nothing because my thing is you just wanted to kill somebody. You wanted to practice that chair on somebody. So you put those 7 boys in those electric chairs and you electrocuted them for absolutely nothing. So guess what? Your family never needs to live in peace until you pay for this crime that you committed to these black boys. Okay? Don't play with me. I'm not going to say, oh, I'll cover nothing. No, I don't forgive nothing. Look, I don't forget. I understand. I see what's going on, and they need to pay. Their family members need to pay. Okay, God can do more to them than we can right now. Okay, let's keep on reading. The case attracted national newspaper coverage. The NAACP appeals also noted that since Virginia started use of the electric chair, only black men had been executed for rape in the state for what was a non-lethal crime. That's the same thing they did with the crack. All them black men went to jail. You ain't see no white men in jail. And mostly who was doing crack was white folk. White folk. They put it in the black folk neighborhood, but then white folk were coming to black people neighborhood to get that crack, and they never went to jail. They did a raid on nothing but black folk. White folk, all these white folk were coming down there. They never stopped their cars. They never asked them what you doing in this neighborhood. They never, ever, 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 ever stopped them for coming into the neighborhood, and you knew what they were coming for. But did they pull them over and put them in jail? Heck to the no. They was getting a whole, they didn't feel black folk with jails up with black folk. We always get the worst time. We always get the harshest punishments. You went to jail and died in an electric chair for nothing. Can you imagine that? Honey, to live in America in them days was very dangerous. And to live in America now. I came out here to Kenya, right? And people say, oh, be careful. I'm like, you be careful. You are the most racist, the most dangerous country ever, which is America. Your governor should be in trouble. Your governor should be in jail. Biden should have his behind in jail. His son should have been in jail. That's pedophile, crackhead self. He was probably down and getting a crack pipe too, hitting a crack pipe like he's doing today. He never went to jail. They always protected their own. I'm sick of them. I'll tell you that much. Let me finish reading. The case attracted. Okay, hold on. I keep reading the same stuff. Okay. Through Governor William Tuck initially agreed to a stay during an appellate litigation by late July 1950. Newly elected Governor John S. Battle refused to commute the men's sentence, saying he was horrified by the rapes. He know dang well that something that happens so often. How do you not still recognize that your women are liars? He knew doggone well them 7 black men. That's not what black folk did in them days. They wouldn't have raped anybody. Do you not know they would have had their balls? They would have castrated them and everything else. The black folks knew that. So they knew not to touch them disgusting beasts anyway. Sick of them. So John S. Beadle, he needs to be punished. His family, Battle. John S. Battle needs to be punished. His family to the third and fourth generation for not supporting what the first governor, William Tuck, initially agreed to stay doing an appellate litigation. But he should have went on and did it. And because he knew he was leaving office, he just said it, but he didn't do it. He waited till the next governor came in and then put it in his hands. He didn't want that heat. That's what that was. William Tuck was a coward. That's what he was. He should have went on. If you're saying I agree, I'm going to put it in office before I leave office. I'm going to write it up, and we're going to, do what we need to do what we need to do while I'm in office. We're going to do it. Okay. I'm almost done, you guys. Refused to mute the man's sentence, saying he was horrified by the rapes. The appellate court upheld the convictions and sentences, and the United States Supreme Court twice refused to hear the case. In 1977, the Supreme Court refused to those arguments with respect to ruling in other cases. According to historian Eric W. Rice, this case demonstrated the power of the Southern legal system to enforce codes of racial behavior. And while we can't even say that the South is just, we can't even say it's just the South. The rapes occurred on Saturday, January 8th, 1949, after Ruby, there go another Ruby. Boy, that name is a dangerous name. A 32-year-old white woman. Everybody want that. They're 18. What are they going to do with a 32-year-old white woman? And she probably looks 60. Into the black neighborhood. She ain't had no business with her behind in the black neighborhood, for one. And for two, why didn't those men stop her at the gate and say, what you coming in there up in this community for? You ain't got no business up in this community, and turn her right away. Seriously, that's how you stop a lot of this mess. Even in them days, you put a fence around your community and you stop her. It's right there at the door. Excuse me, what do you need up in here? Okay, I'll send them out to you. You can wait right there in your car. Let me go get John and I don't know where he lives. I'm going to call his house now, and we're going to let him come down here. He going to step outside the gate and talk to you, because you're not going to come up in here. Because, when they show up, they cause problems. When they show up, they bring the devil with them. When they show up, they bring a whole lot of chaos with them, right? Okay, we know that. Okay, so with Miss Ruby shouldn't even been allowed to come up in the neighborhood, okay? 32-year-old white woman entered the black neighborhood of Martinville, Virginia, to collect money for clothing she had sold. No, if they owed you money, I'll send them out to the gate. Miss Ruby here, come on out. And who you got a name, a list, Ruby? Okay, we're going to go to their house and get them. They're going to come out. You stay out there. You can't come up in here. You stay right on out there. Seriously, you shouldn't even let Ruby up in your area. I'm just saying. Shoot. Okay. She had previously distributed Jehovah's Witnesses material in the neighborhood. Uh-oh, my phone. Hold on, y'all. Plug my phone up. Hold on. So hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Turn my phone off. Okay. Materials of a neighborhood. Okay. Residents warned her not to stay too long, noting the time was late afternoon. She passed 4 men at the railroad tracks and continued into the neighborhood, where she was later assaulted by some of those 4 and other men at 7:30 p.m. Was it still light out? What day was this? February, January? Okay. After dark, she went to Mary Wade's house for shelter, showing signs of an assault. The Wade called an ambulance for, based on her account, in which she claimed to have been raped by 13 black men. The police quickly arrested Frank Harrison Jr., Booker Milner. 4 more suspects were arrested that night, based in part on the first 2 men's confessions. So they coerced them into confessing. Okay, and you know how they coerced them. Okay, by the next morning, all the men in custody had signed confessions. No, they didn't have to, but they probably were beating the hell out of them. So yeah, they did have to. The last to be arrested was Joe Hampton, was taken into custody on January 10th. All but 1 man were in their early 20s. After being held by police overnight, the first 6 all signed confessions implicating themselves and each other, all admitted to being present at the crime, including Joe Hampton, although not all took part in rape. One only of the accused had a prior criminal record, and most of the men were employed. When the NAACP appealed their convictions, its defense team noted that when the police had questioned the men, they had been drinking for some time and they were not allowed to consult lawyers or their families. So you already know what happened. The same thing that happened to the New York babies, okay? That went to jail for rape of that white woman and didn't even do it, okay? We already know how this goes, okay? So sick of them, I don't know what to do. Whew. The officials separated the men to protect them from mob violence. They took them to another jail outside of Henry County. The preliminary hearing occurred about a month later. Okay. And the grand jury, of course, 2 months after that, a grand jury, which included both black and white members, indicted all the men. Their quick arrest assured the community that stability was being preserved. Authorities showed increased professional conduct and procedures since the controversial arrest and execution of Ordell Waller during World War II. He was initially represented at trial by the Revolutionary Workers League and ultimately executed. Okay, I don't know about that story, but I think I want to look up that story later. I'm not going to do it today, but I just want to know about Odell. He probably was accused of rape too, but Waller. I think I remember hearing something about that one. I think that she had a rape charge also or something. I'm not sure, but let's just, we almost done, y'all. Frank Harris was only 20. Booker was 22. Howard was 20. And James Luther was 22. John Claiborne was 23. Francis was 38, and in Richmond, Virginia, denied having sex with Floyd, only defended without local ties. It has been stated by several residents of Martinville that Grayson and Floyd were in a sexual relationship. Oh, wow. So that means that Grayson and Floyd, oh, okay. Even in back in the day, huh? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. So Francis Grayson, age 38, they were saying that he was in a relationship with a woman. Wow. So she really went down there for Grayson. Oh, I understand. Wow. Wow. So did you understand that the woman's last name was Floyd, right? And Grayson was 38. She was like, what, 35? He was 38. And they were in like a sexual relationship. So she was going down there, not just collect money. She was going down there to have sex with old Francis. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. The last was arrested January 10th. John, which was Joe Henry Hampton. He was 21. Okay. The trial probably only lasted a day. Protests and appeals. I'm going to just read a little execution. All of the appeals by the NAACP failed. The 7 were executed at the Virginia State Penitentiary in early February 51. The first 4 were executed at 15-minute intervals on February 2nd. The remaining 3 were executed on February 5th. It is the largest execution for rape charges in the United States. This country is going to burn. And I hope everybody in it that don't look like me burn with it. These were babies. Babies. Somebody's son. Somebody's son. The day before the youngest of the 7 was executed, he said, God knows I didn't touch that woman. And I'll see y'all on the other side. My God. Pardon requested in December 2020, the Martin 7 Project asked Virginia Governor Ralph Northam to pardon the Martinville 7 and issue an apology. Who in the hell wants your apology? You didn't kill these boys 70 years ago. And now you want to apologize. You want to apologize after they family that went through hell. The Martinville 7 project, according to their website, seeks to highlight the case, share their stories, collect and post records related to the case, and promote the pardon's request. Pardon. In August 31st, 2021, Governor Ralph, whoever, pardoned all 7 men in the news release. Northam said the pardons were not about whether the men were guilty, but it was recognized from the Commonwealth that the men did not receive adequate due process. He further stated, we all deserve a criminal justice system that is fair. It's still not fair today. Equal is still not equal today, and gets it right. And we still don't get it right today. No matter who you are or what you look like, while we cannot change the past, I hope today's action brings them some small measure of peace. Yeah, okay. All right, let me see. All right, we're not going, I'm just saying. The judge appointed 7 attorneys for the 7 defendants. Since they were ranged widely in experience, they were ranked widely in experience. He asked the more experienced ones to aid the newer attorneys. Efforts by the defense team to change the trial's venue from the Martinville court to the grounds that sensationalists pressed about the events made it a fair trial impossible. Yeah, we knew that. Where unsuccessful, there was considerable community sentiments against the men. Racism was less explicit in the trial than in cases known as legal lynchings in the South, in which innocent men were convicted. That's how they do. That's how they've always done it, and they still do it today. And we know the system sucks. We know the justice system sucks. We know that these judges, police officers, all of them have been infiltrated by the KKK, Proud Boys. We know this, but we still do nothing about it. Previous actions by civil rights attorneys had resulted in charges. Why could the civil rights attorneys not defend these boys? Tell me that, okay? In the Virginia process involving their procedures, for example, although most African Americans in Virginia had been disenfranchised since the early 20th century and were thus disqualified from serving on juries, the grand jury had included Black members. In addition, each of the jury pools for the 6 separate trials contained some African Americans, but none was selected by any of the 7 juries, as the prosecutor rejected all of them on various grounds. Of course he would. And juries were all white and all male. The juries were all white males. So those boys didn't have a chance. They was going to die regardless. So they didn't have a jury of their peers. They had men, white men, who was already angry because they thought that they raped their little nasty beast of a white woman. So they already had it out for them. They already knew they were going to die. Judge Keenan Whittle told the attorneys, this case must and will be tried in such a way as not to disturb the kindly feelings now locally existing between the races. It must be tried as though both parties were members of the same race. So the prosecution did not explicitly discuss race. It argued the case because on the preservation of community stability, not the protection of Southern women virtually, and had formerly been common. The trials were held back to back, each with a separate jury of 12 white men. The prosecution, led by Irving W. Cuban, introduced evidence showing that non-consensual sex took place. Some of the defendants acknowledged having sex intercourse with Floyd, but said it was consensual or that she did not resist or say no, either considered necessary as a condition to prove rape. Virginia law authorized capital punishment to accuse accessories parties to the act of rape who did not take part in the act. Okay, On the stand, each of the defendants at least partially rejected his confession in some case. They said that the police had written the confessions, that the formal account varied from a handwritten version, and that they had not fully read the police version because someone probably couldn't read when signing and did not recognize that their own accounts had been changed. Because you didn't read something, you're gonna sit up there and believe something the police wrote down. Won't care if they'd beat the death. I don't care if they'd beat me to death right then and there. I wouldn't have signed nothing. I'm just saying. They thought they was gonna live by signing confessions. Signing a confession of saying I raped a white woman was death. They knew that. So why you gonna sign? See, we got to do better as Black people. Okay, we got to start thinking for ourselves. Right? I say that the white community disdained Ruby Floyd for her missionary work with the Jehovah's Witnesses and for her willingness to enter the Black part of Martinsville. She should have stayed her behind out, period. Okay, the prosecution pointed out that Floyd had gone to an area considered unsafe for white women, ignored warnings of Black residents to don't stay in too long. What in the mirror? You the one can't even, you being Black couldn't even walk up in a white neighborhood in them days and do nothing, sell nothing, get no change for nothing. You couldn't even go up in there neighborhood. So why was she allowed to come into a Black neighborhood is what I don't understand. Them Black men should have been, no ma'am, you can't come up in here. And they could have had their weapons and been standing guard like the defendants. Remember the Black defendants? Okay. Defenders. Okay. They had guns. They was like, no, we're going to stand up for ours, right? That's what we still need today. Okay. But that's not what she did, right? The prosecution pointed out that Floyd had gone to an area considered unsafe. Why was it unsafe for a white woman? They didn't want her. Ignored warnings of Black residents of staying too long, and not been all attentive to her surroundings in the men she passed. A relative of the Harrisons had said that their family tradition always said that Floyd had been having an affair with one of the defendants, but this was not explored on the trial. Of course, you held back evidence that could have actually freed them. Okay. No trial lasted more than a day. How can you try somebody their life in a day? Okay. And the longest jury deliberation lasted less than 2 hours. So they were guilty. They went in guilty. They just probably had a little tea, shoot the breeze, 2 hours. Okay, let's just tell them we guilty. Okay. The shortest was a little more than an hour, half an hour. Wow. Well, the shortest was little more than a half of an hour. Although the defense attorneys pointed out the mitigating circumstances, the jury quickly convicted each defendant and sentenced them to execution in the electric chair. This brand new electric chair, they had to use it on somebody. And it wasn't going to be nobody white. The judge presiding was Kenan C. Whittle. I'm just saying. We got it. Enough is enough. I'm just so tired of what I'm seeing. I'm tired of it all. I'm so sick of racist, dysfunctional America. And coming over here just helps me to really, truly understand the peace of it. Just nothing but peace. Every country has their faults, but we'll talk about that later. And how things could be different, should be different. But overall, if you are retired and you're making American money and you're working remotely, or if you're retired, your money will go so far. So far, I've seen apartments $200-300. I'm just saying. I'm going to other countries and we're going to investigate them all. But I'm so glad you guys got up early. You guys are up at 6:22 joining me. Thank you for the ones that are here. And thank you for the ones that will be back, that'll come when the live is no more or the live is done. And you'll see the live. Thank you. But I want you guys to consider coming. I have not felt disrespected. I have not felt the lack of love. I felt nothing but peace, tranquility. The love from the African people is unbelievable. The welcoming is unbelievable. I don't know why you wouldn't at least try it. Why would you not at least visit? Why would you not at least want to come and see the lies of the truth? I'm just saying. You know, I don't like to do long videos, and this was longer than what I wanted to be. An hour is good enough or whatever. But I do appreciate you guys getting up. But if you guys, I am going to try to get a trip together in a couple of months. Maybe no, probably like next August, October, September. You let me know what's a better month for you, and we'll maybe try to save up some money, even if you save up $100 a pay. Oh, excuse me, $200 or whatever, $50 here. But you at least have to go and visit. They won't cost very many. You know, I spent maybe 700 round trip. Well, actually 700 because I'm going to several places. So I had a lot of other places to go to. So I think I paid like $7.95. Okay. But I'm going to so many different places. And if I had bought my ticket months back before, I would have only paid about five something. Okay. So it's affordable, very affordable. Okay. Very, very affordable. You can get one ticket, or one ticket one time and then get another ticket another time when you can afford it. You can break it up like that. But we're going to several countries, Airbnbs, and all Airbnbs. I didn't do any hotels because I wanted to be amongst the people. I didn't want to isolate myself. I came to be around the people, to see the people, to get to know the people. So I'm in mixed other people. I'm in the midst. Okay. And just don't forget, Africa is one of the richest. Africa is the richest country, and you'd be crazy not to come over here and get some land. I'm serious. Got 2 plots already. Gonna get another one. Airbnb. Gonna get 2 or 3 of those. I'm just saying. So if you guys want to go, I got a place for you to go. You'll be able to Airbnb it out for really super price, a great deal compared to some of the hotels. But if you want to be amongst the people, why not? I'm just saying, it's trying to do something different. It's time not to be walking in fear. I have no fear. My husband's like, oh my God, my wife is fearless. I came by myself, not, because he has to work. My husband works, okay? And I work online, so I'm able to go anywhere. I can work from anywhere. But I want you guys to understand that it has been an amazing experience. And if you guys put aside $50 a pay, budget yourself, take away something out of your diet or out of let's not get your hair done do your own hair. Put your little thing on your little bonnet and just put a little cream on that, put a little cream in there and put it back and, just do something different. You gotta start somewhere. Don't get them $200 gym shoes. Don't get them $200. I didn't shop for a year. My trip was more important. I had been saying for 3 years, I've been putting in the air 3 years that I was going to come. 3 years. And I was going to come in October. And guess when I came? October 31st. I'm just saying. The last day of October, I'm here. But I put it out in the air. I manifested that thing for 3 years, and I was saving. And I was saving hard. And I was saving. And I was saving. And I didn't buy. And I didn't do a whole lot of stuff I wanted to do. Because I wanted to, this is my dream vacation. This is my dream vacation. I don't know if I want to live in Kenya. I don't know where I want to live. But I think right now I'm just enjoying myself so much. I just want to go from country to country. Like I said, there are some things that need to change, but that's okay. It's not for the bad. It's just every place that we've wanted to go, we've paid for visa, $150. And I'm choosing to go to 5 or 6 different places. Well, one may not be because we was going to do one, but I don't think we're going there because it was an outbreak of Ebola. So we're not going to that continent. But that would have been, we paid for a visa. No, the visa we got was an Eastern visa. You come to Kenya, you get an East visa, and that visa covers Kenya, it covers Rwanda, and it covers Uganda. Okay, so those are 3 countries we didn't have to pay for. We got the East visa. If you come into Kenya and you want the East visa, it was $150. Okay, $120, $150. Someone can't remember. I think it was $150. Hold on. That's not how much it was. Wait a minute, I lied. It may not have been that much. I think it was, God, I cannot remember what I paid for the visa. It was $100. How about that? More than $100. So each continent we go to. So we're going to another country. So we had to pay for Tanzania, We can pay entry in there. Let me tell you, do get a COVID test before you come. I was at the airport and I went up on the CDC website. They said we didn't need a COVID test. I went up on the African website. They said we didn't need a COVID test. I got to the airport, and I do believe it's a money thing with American or airports. I do believe this. Thank God I got there. I was gonna get to leave my house at 10. Airport's like an hour away from my house. I left at 11:30, which was, had some other things to take care of. Couldn't leave on that early. But if I had left at 10, I wouldn't have been on that rush. So I'm gonna tell you what, you guys leave early. So in case you get to the airport, and I'm telling you guys what you need now, go get a COVID, not the rapid, go get the other one. I paid $100 for that thing because I needed it that day. Thank God. And I didn't really want to spend $100, but I got to the airport and I was there. Like my flight wasn't to leave till 3:49, 3:39, something like that. I got to the airport about 12:30, 1 o'clock. I was told at the airport that I needed a COVID test. I looked at her and I go, it didn't show me that where it says that. Oh, you should have called. I said, well, I looked at the CDC website. It didn't say we needed a COVID test. So I didn't take one. And then I looked at the other website, the Kenya Air website, and it didn't say I got what I needed. I got the other vaccines that I needed, but it didn't say a COVID test because she was trying to say, I was going to need a COVID shot. And I would have been like, no, I'm not. I would have had a fit about that one because I wasn't taking a COVID shot. I'm just saying. But so I said, okay, do we take them here? They go, no, we don't give them at the airport anymore, which just sucks. If you're going to tell me I need it, then you need to offer it here at the airport. So I said, okay, anywhere around here I can run and go get it. I drove. Thank God I didn't let my ride, but I would have taken an Uber or something to get to that place because I wasn't missing my plane. You feel me? That devil was busy, but I was busier. He can't tell me what you cannot. If you're determined to do, you're determined to go. I could have gave up and said, oh, I'm not going. No, I spent too much money. I'm going. I don't know what I had to do. I said, what do I need to do? Give me the instructions. The stewardess, she told me, she said, this place we send people to all the time. It happens all the time. I'm gonna tell you how I know this. So she put in my phone the GPS. And I should have taken an Uber. I shouldn't have never went back because I parked my car in the parking lot. I shouldn't have had to go back, but I went back, did that, and then had to drive back, find a park. Don't do that. If it's ever an emergency, you take an Uber, which is waiting right outside the door. You go where you need to be. You let them drop you back off, and you get your butt to running. Okay, I made a mistake by going to my car because I wanted to, I just wanted to, I don't know why, because I'm used to driving everywhere. So the young lady here put in my phone the GPS where the place was, and I was gone. I got there. The thing was 20 minutes away from me. I got there in 20 minutes. I told her I don't need the rapids. You know what the lady told me? She said, this happens all the time. I do believe it's a money thing. This happens all the time. And we know what to give you. I said, I do not need the rapid. I need something that's going to, the one that I don't know, the one that they're going to get the results. They said you can get the results today and it takes an hour. That's the one I got. I don't know what it was called. It wasn't called it wasn't called the rapid. It was the other one, the PR that they do and then do at the doctor's office, and you get the results in an hour. That's the one I took. Okay. Don't do the rapid. Do not do the rapid because they're not going to accept the rapid. So I would have taken the rapid, and they'll tell you, don't get the rapid. And I don't know why, but whatever. It didn't even matter. So anyway, got that done. And they said, okay, you can leave. I got done with that about 2 o'clock. Okay. So from 1:30, it took me like 30 minutes to get out of the airport. I didn't leave the airport until like 1:30. Okay. So I got there. So I was done at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I'm headed back to the airport because I got like an hour and a half to get there. Right. And it's 20 minutes away. So they took the test. I told them I'm trying to catch a plane. They asked me what time you're plane. I said, my train leaves at 3:30. The lady said, I got you. I'm gonna get you back here. You will have it. Thank God that I just have favor with them. I'm telling you, but I paid $100 for that rapid test that day. I'm just saying. That test would have cost me originally maybe $50 by insurance. It would have cost more if I didn't have insurance. Thank God that my insurance paid. But that test cost me out of pocket $100. It shouldn't have cost me that much, but it did. Okay. But that's on another story. So I probably could, maybe get reimbursed by the insurance or whatever, but I had time to fuss and cuss about that right then. I had to get that test. I didn't want to make nobody mad because they could have made me wait, but they didn't. They said, we're going to take you back. They took me back, got my thing. They said, you go back to the airport. We'll make sure your email is correct because we're going to send it through your email. By the time I got back to the airport, the lady said, I need to see your results. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think they were going to be in my phone, right? I pulled it up. Of course, they were there. I had to go and print it out, of course. I had to print it out. I had just got it. I printed out where, okay? So, of course, had to print it out. And then don't forget, you have to print out your passport. your visa. If you have a visa, Kenya gives you a visa. You come to Kenya, whatever visa, whatever country you're going to, make sure you print out that visa. Make sure you print out that visa because they're going to want to see it. Print it out, not on your phone. Print it out, okay? I had mine on my phone. Didn't have it print out. I had to go downstairs. Now I'm rushing. Now I'm at the airport. I got back about maybe 2:30, okay? No, 2:45. I'm trying to see what time I get back. Maybe about 2:30, 2:45, something like that. I'm thinking we rushing. My plane is literally going to be boarding in about 20 minutes. So I had to go downstairs, get me a copy of my my visa. Okay. And she printed out my test and printed out everything I needed. She put my bag on the whatever conveyor belt because we had to get the bags because, you know, they have a cutoff time. I said, take care of my bag, put your thing around it. And she gave me the slip. I took that. And the guy came with me. He showed me downstairs where to go. She said, well, call me. Tell him to call me when he gets see the results and go. Oh, and I did just that. He went with me. He saw my results and let me go, ran me a copy. I said, please run me a copy so I can hear it when I got here, which I needed it because I had to show them at the desk, okay? And then I had to show them my COVID test too. So please, 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 if you know, I had that on my phone though, right? So that was okay. So was able to make my plane. They was boarding when I got there, but I was in, I would think it was like the third or fourth row. You know how they go to gate, row, row 2 or row 3, whatever. But I was all the way in the back of the plane. So that was a good thing. Even though I don't care if I would have been in front of the plane, I was still going to get on that plane. I was not going to not. And I was looking, I said, God, I don't know how I'm going to make this plane. I didn't expect to make it. I didn't. But I said, I'm not going to not try. I tried. I went, honey. I ran, honey. Honey, little fat mama was running. I'm not fat, but I'm just saying I was gone. So just make sure that you, and I'm telling you, stuff going to drop in your lap. I mean, before I left, I'm going to tell you before I left, this is so crazy. I have my house, right? My well went out. I have a well. I have well water. I didn't want to hook it up with the city because if I don't have nothing, they can't do nothing to my well. I'll always have water. I'm thinking ahead, city, they do something to the city water, they won't be getting me. If they cut off the city water, I got some water, come get it. Seriously, that's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking for the future. And my husband's like, well, honey, the well, we had out a person where they was talking about $10,000. This one said $6,000. This one said, and I was like, okay, hold on, let me think. And this happened like that Thursday. I was supposed to leave that Sunday. I'm dealing with this the whole weekend, Thursday till I left, and it was a mess. So Thursday night, I'm calling around, didn't have water. I'm, having to go to my daughter's, take a shower, and we had jugs and had the bowls and had the pails, and we washing it. We had the, because a well, when you don't have a well and your water is through well, you don't have water, period. Okay. So my neighbor had a hose. We got his hose and we filling up jugs and we pouring it out. We doing what we need to do. And I'm going to the Planet Fitness to take a shower, and I'm going to my daughter's and he going, So it's really not funny because I'm gonna tell you what, it was just the worst thing. That was the worst 3 days ever. So Thursday, I'm like, oh my God, I had people to come out. And then Friday I had people to come out, and I said, went to the city Friday, and the city said, well, we can't get to it till Tuesday of next week. Oh my God. I'm like, oh Lord. So I'm like, okay. So I called out somebody, and we just called, and we on the phone. See, I said, well, okay. I told my husband, I said, okay, we can't get the city to come out. We got to get somebody else, find somebody, because they tried to tell me my well was dry. My well was not dry. My well was not dry. Okay. So they was trying to tell me that we was going to need a whole new pump. It was going to be about thousands of dollars. It was thousands of dollars to dig it up, and we was going to switch it over to the city. It would have been thousands of dollars. Then it would have been thousands of dollars if we wanted to do the well. So we was trying to see, well, which one thousands of dollars was we going to spend? Was going to do it on the well, or was going to do it on the water, line hooking up with the city and all that. And I said, no, I don't want to hook up with the city. I said, so I was just like discouraged. I didn't know what else to do. So my husband happened to get on the phone book, and he got in there. He started calling people. This was Saturday. It's hard for people to come out Saturday. One guy was supposed to come out Friday. He said, well, I talked to him Friday morning. He said, I'll be out there at 10. This was early Friday. He said, I'll be out there by 10. He didn't come. And then I called him, which I don't work with people. If you don't come, you don't come. But I was desperate. So thank God he didn't come. So I called him about 3:30. He said, oh, I'll be out there in the morning at 10. This has been Saturday morning at 10. I said, okay. Still didn't. So Saturday morning at 10 came. Still no show. He had no integrity, for one. I don't work with people like that. I'm so glad that he did not, because he probably would have dug my water up and I still wouldn't have no water today. Because that's how people work. And I watch you. When you tell me something, you don't do it, I'm watching you. That's your integrity to me. Your character and your integrity. If you tell me you're going to do something, you don't do it, I'm watching that. I already didn't want to deal with white folk in the first place. I tried to get with black. I couldn't find a black company. I found one black company. He had just sold it to some white folk. And he had nephews that was really sad and upset with him because he didn't give it to them. And the one nephew was going to pay him monthly until he got, retired or died or whatever. And he didn't do it. He didn't he didn't give it to them. He didn't sell it to them. This is what black folk do. We sell stuff and we don't give our children the inheritance. He sold it for like $2.2 million, right? And his nephews were not masters, and it was going to take a master plumber to do what we needed to be done. So they couldn't do it. And he was the only black plumber from Raleigh to Charlotte. No other, I swear, no other black plumbers. And I'm like, man, I could have used him, but he had just sold the place. So I'm like, okay, I couldn't find a black one nowhere. So I had to deal with these, had to deal with Satan seed. So he ended up coming Saturday evening. But by then, let me just show you how this thing worked out. So Saturday, my husband got in the phone book and he was on his phone and he was looking for, cheap, well fixers, right? He said something cheap. Well, I can't think of what it was, but the man that came out, he had went to his door to take a shower. I was at the house and the guy came up and he knocked on the door and, I went out to show him where it's at. And I called my husband and say, honey, he's here. And he's here, so you could talk to the man about the well. But in the meantime, I wanted to know why my well was dry. He said, your well is not dry. See, I'm going to show you how folk work now. So I'm hearing other stuff in my well. I have no water, but my husband had just taken a shower. And then 30 minutes later, I tried to turn on my water. I had no water. But you're going to tell me that 30 minutes, my well is dry and my husband just took a shower? No, wells don't dry up like that. I knew it. That bothered me all night. I said, God, that well didn't show up. What am I doing? What is going on? It's stopped up. It's a bad something. That well didn't go dry because that's what they was trying to tell us. I'm like, no, that well is not going dry. So the guy came in, happened to be the guy who came to our house. His dad was the one that put the original well. Now, I bought this house. I ain't bad in 1977. I'm just saying that the original house, his dad did the well. And his dad did the whole area. He knew everybody where their well was. He knew everybody on that street because he worked with his dad since he was 12. So they actually put in, he knew about my well. Oh, that was good. So my husband drives up and he looked at the guy and he said, dude, I know you. They went to school together. Miracle 2, okay? So when I heard that, I was like, we good. Because they're going to work this thing out. So I went on in the house. I let him talk to the man and work it out. And he came, he said, the guy going to fix the well for $2,500. Everybody else was charging tens, thousands. And after I got my water on, the guy that was supposed to be there at 10, he didn't get there at 4:30. He comes knocking at my door. And I forgot all about him. I thought he wasn't coming because you lied twice. So your integrity, tell me you should have called me. What the hell am I calling you for when you're supposed to be here at 10? You should have came at 10. Or you should have called me and said, hey, I'm on my way. Or hey, something. You didn't say nothing. You thought you was just going to come when you wanted to. Dude, you ain't going to come to my house when you want to. I can move forward and find me somebody else to do what I need to be done. I'm not going to beg you to take my money. So, of course, he had, you wish you had to call me. I said, I sure wish I had known you was coming. Talk to me like that. Who do you think you're talking to? You got the right one. I'm not that. I'm not one of them. I speak up. If you had been here 10, it wouldn't have been no problem. And thank God he wasn't, because he would have been tearing he was going to only give me an estimate. He said, oh, well, it would have cost thousands. I said, well, thank God that I didn't. Thank God that you didn't come at 10, huh? Because the man did it for $2,500. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, things will work out. Sometimes you just don't worry about it. I don't care how it looks. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. But I'm grateful. But up until, we've been going through. I'm telling you, that little thing, I was like, I'm supposed to leave Monday. How am I going to leave? I'm on the water. How am I going to leave? My husband like that. And I didn't want to leave him like this. And I was like, I was so worried, right? But I had a plane to catch. And I said, honey, I'm going to do what I can from there. And, this is what you need. And we're going to work and make it work. And, he had water. And then his truck. alternator went out on his truck. I was like, oh God, really? Something else. So, but that's neither here nor there. But he needs to get rid of that truck anyway. He loved that little truck. And he gonna put an alternator and keep driving. That little bitty old truck done been through hell and high waters, but he loved that truck. He is not departing from that truck. That truck is literally gonna have to, and he probably put up motor in it then. But that truck, that's his baby. So he getting him a starter or alternator, or whatever in it. But I'm gonna tell you, honey, sometimes the devil will try to discourage you, but you got to work through it. You got to fight through it. You got to fight through it because he already didn't want us to come, didn't want me to come. And I'm telling you, I had one flight was I went from North Carolina to Georgia. Okay, that was only about an hour and a half flight. Then I had maybe an hour wait, about an hour and a half wait. My next flight was 7 hours from Atlanta to Paris. 7 hours, right? Listen, you don't know it's 7 hours because you were sleeping and you're chilling and you're reading and you're doing all this stuff. No problems. I get up and walk the plane and rest, stretch, and so when I landed in, I had an hour and a half, like 2 hours layover, right? So got there about, my time changes. Time was so off. Got there like 9:30 Sunday morning, right? I had another 8-hour flight, right? That was going to be 8 hours. So we left there at 10:30. I didn't arrive in Kenya till 8:45, 8:30, 8:45. By the time you go through customs, by the time you get your luggage, by the time you go through immigrations, that was, I probably didn't leave the airport till about 11:30, 12:30, about 12:30, 1:45. So I got here. I had a driver waiting, which was great. He had my name, but let me tell you, when you come out the airport, have you a driver. I do have a driver, so if you need a driver, you come to Kenya, let me know. Okay, he had my name. But when you're coming out, you got all of these drivers and taxis trying to get you. And I'm like, no, I have someone wait. No, I have someone wait. No. Because they don't know you don't know them, and you don't know where you're going. So you don't want to get in a stranger's cab. Being a woman, single, no, not single, but being a woman by myself, I was like, no. I was kind of nervous at first because I was like, man, I've never traveled this far by myself. Usually it's me and my daughter, but I've came by myself and she's coming later. But I was like, oh, a little nervous. But I saw my friend, my guy friend. I mean, African. Who is that? What is Brandon's show name? Strikes. Oh God. What is Brandon's show? Somebody Strikes Back. What is Brandon's show? Brandon, I'm sorry, I forgot your show. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He'll kill me. What is that? Somebody Strikes Back. Lord have mercy. Brandon, forgive me for this, because he's gonna be like, how you forget my show? How you forget? Well, anyway, he knew the guy, so the guy picked me up at the airport, had my name there. Found him, had to switch over. Now, I'm telling you, bring lots of cash. Bring your cash. Don't try to use your cards. So I want you to use your cash, and then that way it's Pan-African Strikes Back. Yes, that's Pan-African Strikes Back. Okay, that's Brandon. He, him and I, good buddies, good friends, and his friend was the one that came pick me up. Okay, have my name. So get your money. You change your money at the airport. Okay, and then you get your money in. 1,000 is $10 and $50 thing. I'm gonna try to show you some. I'm gonna try to show you just a little bit. That way you'll be able to recognize what's what, and it's not hard to do. You just have to recognize the money. Oh, this ain't it. Where's my thing here? Where's my? Oh, dang! Hold on, you guys. I gotta get it. Hold on. I'm right by the couch. So I had to get it. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all some of the money, and then that way you guys will be able to tell when you come. Now this right here is $1,000 Kenya money. It's 1,000. Okay, and that's worth $10. Okay, it's worth $10. It says 1,000. It's worth $10. Okay, so don't let them get you. This is worth $1. Okay, that's worth $1. Okay, and this right here, and these are the main bills that you'll get back. Okay, and this is literally worth 50 cents. Okay, you see that 50 right there? That's worth 50 cents. Okay, so you got 50 cents, and you got a really true dollar. Okay, which is $1. Trying to make sure y'all understand. Hold on, let me put my name. Okay, that's worth $1, and then the 1,000 is worth $10. Okay, that's worth $10. Okay, you would think that would be worth 100, right? That's worth $10. No, really, it's worth $10 because 100 was worth $1. Okay, so when you go to the store, I always will give them this. If it's like $8, you give them this because this is worth $10. Okay, and they'll give you uh, two of these back. That's each $1, and they may break it up and give you four of these back. Okay, but you get the $2. You got my drift, right? Okay, um, so those are the main three bills that you will see here. Okay, but like I said, the 100 is the dollar, and the 50 cent, the 50. This is literally 50 cents. It's a 50 cents. It's African Kenya money. So you make sure you bring at least some cash with you, and you exchange it bring at least $500 cash with you, and exchange it at the airport. And what you do is you put it in your chukis, ladies. You put it in your chukis. You have a fanny pack. I do have a fanny pack. I brought my little fanny pack with me, so I do have that. And you're always going to keep your passport with you. You're always going to keep your passport wherever you go. You keep your passport with you. And I do keep my, all of my credentials, yellow fever, and my everything with me. You keep all of this with you in your fanny pack when you go anywhere you go. It stays with you. Now my license stays here, but this goes with me everywhere because they can at any point pull you over and say, "Where's your passport? Are you Kenyan?" I don't talk Kenyan. I'm not Kenyan. They start talking Kenyan to me. I can't even fake to be a Kenyan. But looking at me, you can't tell I'm not. Okay. So you take your passport with you everywhere you go. I'm almost done, you guys. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys something, just for a minute. And then there's a place where you can go. If you run out of money and you have your card, take your bank card with you. You can, but make sure you call your bank and tell your bank that you are coming to Africa, and you tell them the different continents that you're going to. Okay. And they should documentate that. So if you do try to use your card at the ATM, which is really super expensive, so you might want to bring a little more than 500. But I'm just saying, if you bring 1,000, you split it up, you leave some in your purse. You don't carry all that with you in one day. You hide it under the cat. You're here, you're visiting, you put it in your suitcase, you put it in your book bag, you separate your money and put it in different places. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. And there's a place where you're going to go with Kenya if you're here. It's called the DTB Capital Center. And you're going to switch over your money. And I had to do switch over some money. And my phone, I had to switch it over. And I went to it's called the SAFARICO. And I had to get a SIM card for my phone. And I took the old SIM card out. I still have it, but you keep it in a safe place. But I had to get a new SIM card so I'll be able to call home. But a lot of times you want to use WhatsApp, and you want to use, if you don't have to, you can use WhatsApp. So everybody tell them to hook up to WhatsApp. And also you can do Messenger. Okay, those are the two free ones. Okay, so I went up in there, and you do want an international package. But they'll tell you which one. The one that I had, the girl was trying to tell me to get, and I think I wrote it down, but I don't remember what I did with it. But she was trying to tell me. She did tell me the kind to get. I don't know what I did with it, but yeah, whatever. You just tell people you'll call them on Messenger. So if they call you and it's not on Messenger, you don't answer them. Seriously, because it'll be super expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote it down somewhere, the kind of plan that I needed. She wrote it down for me, and I have her number because I woke up. I had to go back to the phone company 3 different days. Yesterday, the day before, when I got here, I had to keep going back because one day is my data. When you're in the house, you turn off your data, you save your data, and you use their hookup to whatever Wi-Fi they have, which is really good where I'm at. I have really great Wi-Fi. But you can hook up to the Wi-Fi with your phone and use the phone, your Wi-Fi, and the phone Wi-Fi. Okay, you want to call, you do that through your Wi-Fi, or you do it through, like I told you, Messenger and whatever, WhatsApp. Okay, and then make sure you get the right plan. I will get that plan out and show you later of the phone. But this is where you're gonna go. It's called Safaricom. Okay, that'll be your phone service. And I had to switch it over, and I had to go back 3 times because the young lady showed me the wrong package. And the day I woke up yesterday, day before, I didn't have my phone didn't work. I couldn't even get on internet or nothing. And I had to go back on Monday, Tuesday. I had to go back on Tuesday and Wednesday. I was just going back. I went 3 different days. So I went back Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday to do my phone. Okay, Wednesday, My phone wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi or wouldn't connect to internet. Okay, so had to go back Thursday for that, and then I had to go back Friday, and then my Thursday my data went out. So they said, "Oh, you used up all your data." I'm like, "How do you? What do you mean?" I said, "How is that possible?" I said, "You gave me data, and she had gave me the wrong plan." I said, and she was trying to tell me I'm gonna have to pay some more money. I said, "Well, your supervisor, you know me, I don't play that. Well, your supervisor," and I fussed. I said, "This don't make no sense. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm coming to you. I'm asking you, and you give me the wrong plan. Then want me to put down some more money. That's not happening. Where's your supervisor?" "Well, ma'am, it's going to take them 2 hours." I said, "No, this is a 911. Where's your 911 phone service? This is a 911. I need your supervisor to call me back within 30 minutes. I'm not waiting no 2 hours. I need my phone. I have family, I have calls I need to make. You need to get your supervisor on the phone now." So I did that. He ended up calling me back, but I had got my driver. I said, "We're going to the phone company. I'm going up in person." So I went up in person. This is the third time now, because I had to go the day before because my data, okay, I couldn't connect to the Facebook or nothing. So he did something there. It wasn't hooked up, okay. And then the next day I had to go back for. Now I can't use my phone to call home, but I could use it to call Kenya. I don't know nobody in Kenya, and my driver, I'd use WhatsApp for him. I need you to convert those numbers over and let me use my numbers. You're going to sold me the wrong thing. I talked to the supervisor when I was there in the store. He called me. I said, "Okay, this is what I need you to do." And this is what he told the lady. He converted my numbers, everything. I had paid no money yesterday. I'm just saying, but they was trying to tell me I'm going to pay extra. I have to buy this, then. I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying nothing. You're not dealing with no food here. No, you're going to do what you're supposed to do. So you're going to fix it. I said, "What you going to do about it?" "Well, ma'am, you're going to have to, I'm not talking to you. Give me somebody else until I get the right answer." Because then I ended up not having to pay no money, because if you sell me something, I'm asking you what I need. I'm showing you I got a passport. I need international minutes, right? It's from the US. So I need international minutes. Why would you sell me Kenya minutes? And I don't know nobody here. I don't know nobody in Kenya. Okay, who I'm going to talk to? Who I'm going to use those minutes for? So be very, even I only use my minutes out when I'm out and about, and I very seldom use my phone out. If I'm not in the house, I don't use my phone. I may do my Facebook. I may do a live or whatever, but be very careful, because you don't want to eat up your data. Okay. Cut off your data when you're in the house, use that Wi-Fi. And when you go out, you turn your data back on, so you'll be able to connect if you have an emergency to call. I don't know who you're going to call, because the police say you have to pay. Anyway, shut up. We'll talk about some things later. I told you, nothing's perfect, but you don't have to worry about getting shot down. You're not being hung. You're not being killed. You're not being shot. You're not being shot because you got a brush in your hand, or I'm just saying, okay? So things are not perfect in no country, but it's safe. I don't worry about dying. I don't worry about nothing. I worry about nothing. I'm around my people, black folk, okay? So with that said, I think I'm good. And in the mornings, I get up, I'm on a rooftop. I should be able to show you. You guys see my Facebook, I'm on a rooftop, right? It's an apartment on the roof. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I get to see the whole city, right? I go out on my deck, my porch, my little balcony here, and I get to see everything. And then in the morning, I'll walk around. It is so cool. It's so beautiful. And it's during the rainy season. So in the morning, most mornings, it's cloudy. And then after the mornings, the sun comes out. It's a little nice. It's not cold. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. It's so beautiful. I don't want to go home. I'm thinking, oh my God, I gotta go back in December 10th, December 12th, I'll be back. But I am so happy and excited, and I love it. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. But with that said, you guys, I have been on here way too long. But I love you. Thank you guys for joining. I'm coming back with you. I'm going to be trying to interview some Kenyans. So stay tuned. This is going to be a beautiful adventure. Okay, so y'all stay tuned. We're going to be interviewing, and y'all be careful over there in the U.S. Somebody told me, "Cassie, be careful. You going to Africa." I said, "Honey, you better be careful. You in the U.S. I'm safe. I'm good. I'm around black folk. Okay, I'm good. I may see one or two Mzungus. I have not seen that many. Hey, forecast, getting ready to go, brother. You have to rewind it. I thought everybody was asleep, but yes, thank you for coming. Subscribe, you guys. But yeah, I wake up and I go and do my little walk. But people telling me, "Hey, be careful. You going to Africa?" I said, "No, be careful. You live in the U.S." I'm just saying, I ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm good. But with that said, you guys, I am out. I'm going to be going out and about, have my little phone, and I may show you guys what I'm going to do the Airbnb a little later, because they're refurbishing it, and they had to redo some work up in it. I seen two. I seen one that was new, but it was smaller. It was so small, and it was too small, I think, for the money. And then I had seen one that was a little cheaper, bigger. They're refurbishing it, doing everything new in it. So I'm like, they said it won't be done till Wednesday. So we're gonna take a ride there, a walk is right around the corner from where I am now. We're gonna probably walk there and we're gonna see it before. And then once I put the little furniture in there, then we'll see the after. And if you guys plan on coming to Kenya, you reach out to your girl. Don't go to these hotels. You want to be around the people that you come to visit. You want to be around just to see if you might want to move to Kenya. I don't want you to be in a hotel. You can't understand what's really going on if you're in a hotel all day. You're not with the community. You're not in the community. You don't know what goes on in the community. I want to be in a community. And people say, you by yourself and you're in the community? Yes, I'm by myself in the community. What in the world? You in America, ain't you by yourself? Well, you know they killing folk, but you ain't scared, are you? Okay, so why am I scared? Police aren't gonna what? What am I scared of? No, I'm good. I'm good. But with that said, you guys have an amazing rest of your day. It's early there. It's 6:58 there. We're 7 hours in front of you guys. So it's 2 o'clock here. Okay, it's 6:58 where you are, 7 o'clock. Y'all just starting your day. I've been up since way like it was 3 or 4 your time, but we're 7 hours in Kenya from you guys. 7 hours time zone difference. Okay, so if it's 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 2 o'clock here, 7 hours. You guys have a great day today. You guys think about coming, think about visiting. I'm getting another plot of land for $600. I'm just saying, it's going to be really super cheap. I am going, and that's my grant. I told you I bought each one of mine. It's about generational wealth, right? I'm creating generational wealth for my girls. Yes, I'm leaving them land. So you can do whatever you want with your land. This is your land, but you can't sell it. You can't sell it. You can hold it, do nothing with it, but you can't sell it. Pass it on to your daughters. Pass it on to your grandchildren. It stays in the family. Pass it on. From 99 years, and then it transfers to them. I'm just saying. We're not playing this game. And I don't have to pay. Once I pay, I don't pay no taxes on it. Once I get something built, I don't pay no taxes. It's done. And a lot of Kenyans, let me tell you about a lot of Africans, they build their homes. It may take them 5 years, but they'll work and they put the monies together. Houses only 50, 40, 50,000, 60,000 here, right? So they'll put their monies, they save their monies. It may take them 5 years to buy their house, but they have a house paid in full by the time they move in it, and they're not paying no rent. They're not paying no taxes. They just pay for the electric and the cable or water and the cable like that. But then they don't pay no house, no rent. Okay. So I hope I've helped you guys. I'm getting you guys ready. If you have any questions about the travel, what I had to do, I just went through that in the video forecast. You'll have to go back and see the whole thing if you want to. We went in on some Kurt, what's the boy's name? Irving. We talked about him a little bit, talked about the Martinville 7. Think you would enjoy it. You may have some comments. You guys leave some comments down in the comment section. And peace out. Talk to you later and enjoy your day like I'm enjoying mine in Kenya. Peace out, family. Take care. Thanks for joining, you guys. Have a great day.